Hello, friends. Mo Loves Games here, and welcome to episode 2 of our Let's Play. I would like to extremely apologize for the delay on this due to the, virus and everything going on. I've kind of had to take some, personal days to just take like a little mental break. But I am now back to it and will get back to a very regular schedule of posting these videos. So again, I apologize. So in last video, we actually ended on a very weird note where an Enderman was found right over here, and he ended up seeing us. I wanted to kill him, had a chance for a uh, Ender Pearl, but unfortunately, I was scared, ran into our hole, and slept the night away. And he spawned, so oh well, bye bye Enderman. Anyway, as you can see, a lot of things have kind of been done since I've been off screen. While I was out exploring and kind of setting up a little pathway to where we're beginning our little shelter or first basic house right over there, I encountered a lovely group of pillagers, which I went ahead and killed at first with my lovely stone axe, and that's why you can see that the durability is low. I already fed myself and got my hearts back up, but as you currently see, I have the bad omen. Let me get this off real quick so you can see it. The bad omen uh, effect on me. So if I actually end up going into a village with the bad omen effect on me, then a raid can occur. So eventually, I want to make myself a bucket once I find a little bit more iron. We actually did find a lot more iron while off screen, so I actually went ahead and created a chest piece, leggings, iron sword, and a shield for myself just to, protect myself a little bit more as I was going out and about for right now. So once we find one more, or a couple more iron. Sorry, because we actually do need three, not two. So my fault. Once we find at least two more iron, we will be able to create that bucket, milk a cow, get some milk, and we'll be able to take this bad omen effect off. And he dropped his lovely flag, so I'm just placing it right here for now because it looks kind of cool. So eventually I will have this up, somewhere once I have a much bigger build, for it to be available. Couple other things that we've done, created a small chest to kind of just put in some, extra crap we don't need right now. A whole bunch of mobs burned up overnight, so we got some bones, which I'll be using for bone meal eventually. These starter arrows are kind of nice, so once we find or craft a bow, we'll have some starter arrows, so that's nice. We still have the two eggs that we made because I want to create, an animal farm eventually once we get to that point. We still have the pumpkins and we got a few other things as well. We also continued going down into our mine, and once we kind of reached down to about 22, because eventually I would like to find diamonds a little bit early on, we found ourselves a lovely abandoned shaft. So we first found it by coming up onto this water, and as you can see on my screen, you'll hear, yep, so skeleton rattles, spiders. So I knew it was either a spawner or, an abandoned mine. At this point, I didn't think it was necessarily a spawner, because we would have probably have found, a lot more or heard a lot more hissing and stuff. So I kind of figured it was more of a mine. So we kept going down a little bit, and it was exactly that. So we found this little part right here, which I lit up. It didn't really show much of anything, so here I am just thinking it's a regular cave. But as we went down further, we found out that is now an abandoned mine. So once I'm a little bit more geared up, we are definitely going to come down here and clear this out, get anything that we can find, and hopefully in there is a spawner, because that would be nice to get early on, especially a skeleton farmer. That will give us some very quick an early beginning XP. So for now, let's just go ahead and get out of here and not worry about this until a little bit later. So for this episode, what I had wanted to do was to get our little basic starter house complete. And I want to also show you guys something I found as I was exploring. All right, I really need to turn that auto jump off, and I haven't done it yet because I'm not only lazy, but I forgot. So, oh well. Looks like it is becoming night soon, so uh, we'll go over there in a second. But as this is going down real quick, we planted our first acacia seedling that we had, or sapling. We got a tree out of it, so we actually ended up getting 4 more saplings. So these have luckily decided to grow. I don't know why. Oh, it did grow. Okay. For a second, I thought it messed up. Thank God. Okay, good. So this will hopefully render a couple more, saplings out of this many leaves and stuff. We should easily be able to get another 4 or 6 of them, because that would be great, rather than having to constantly run all the way back down that way where we found them originally. And we started, our little building. So let's go ahead and head back to sleep real fast. There we go. And as soon as it turns day, we're going to go ahead and here we go. Nice day. Let's go ahead and continue building our little house. So a lot of people will do things differently, with their starter house. I personally just do a 7x7 square, which it just makes it, very easy. There's not too many resources that you need, and personally, it kind of makes for a kind of very easy fitting, kind of, I guess, design. There's really not going to be much to it. Just putting the pillars out here instead, for just a little extra depth. It's not going to be, anything fancy or beautiful because it's literally just going to be cobblestone, the stripped acacia wood logs. I would have kept it as just the regular acacia logs, but the stripped just looks a lot better in contrast to the cobblestone. And if you kind of go up a little bit further to it, you can get this kind of like greenish tint. So it kind of feels like it's not necessarily old and rotten, but it's kind of like, older. So you have that rustic, medieval-ish, type feel, which you kind of want, especially if you're doing like a starter survival house. So, personally, I absolutely love the stripped acacia against the cobblestone and then the oak flooring. For the walls, we're essentially going to be doing the same thing, so it's always going to be oak planks as the walls. And what I like to do is on each side, fill it up as oak planks. We had also gone ahead and created some glass. We found a whole bunch of sand, or I found a whole bunch of sand over here, a little further this way. So I got a whole bunch of sand, created some glass with it. So we're going to go ahead and turn that glass eventually into glass panes to create, some windows. So in order to make windows, what I like to do is rather than putting this entire 3x2 section as windows, I like to split it up this way and put, the panes right here to make the windows just a regular 2x1. I feel it looks just a little bit better, honestly, and it just gives it a nicer bit of a feel to it rather than just this big massive window. We can of course always change that up, later as we expand, or do something completely different, once we find another build idea or building that we do want to do. One thing I forgot to do, silly me, was pick up our crafting table so we can actually make stuff while we were over there. So let's go get that real fast. And once we get back over there, we will change. Actually, you know what? Let me bring the bed too, because most likely we're going to be over there when it turns dark again. I'll just leave those there for now, because I do want to leave some stuff there, because I want to also show you something I found behind that little hiding hole, which I think is going to be kind of a nice build for a little bit later. So let's drop down our bed and crafting table. There we go. And let's change. I always forget what the. There we go. It's 3x3. Duh. 3x2. I mean. That will give you 16 panes. I could have just put the glass in, as is. But I kind of like the more of a flushed feel this way, where the panes are kind of like indented in halfway. Just makes it feel a lot better than just the plain old glass block. So always use panes, for house building. If you're doing a much bigger build, then glass panes or regular glass is perfectly fine. For something like this, though, glass panes normally tends to work out a lot better. So, we'll window it up. Let's make a set of oak stairs, because what I want to do is put this up here like that to add a little bit more, extra depth for the door. And for the doors, what a lot of people will do is they'll literally just place it down like this. That kind of keeps it flat with the wall, and that's not really, it doesn't really look that good. So what we're actually going to do with that is to flush it against this back wall. You have to come inside and place it in the back like this, so it's backwards, essentially. And what that'll do is it will give you a nice indent right there. It'll flush nicely against these steps to give the wall a little bit more depth, and it just looks a little bit better. It won't necessarily look good from the inside, but that's the least of our worries. Our main concern is what it looks like kind of, in here. So let's do the same thing right there. There's our doors. And in order to finish up these walls, we will go ahead and just use these planks for now. We'll need more. No, I'll just use all of them because there's plenty of oak around here, so we can always get more later. And there is our walls, windows, doors, and now we just have to take care of the roof, which we'll do momentarily. And as you can see, this side obviously looks a whole lot better already than, this door side. So there's a few couple things that you could do, to make it look, just slightly better. For example, you could get a couple more. Oh, wait, we do have stairs. Wow. All right. For example, what you could do is take your stairs and place them like this to kind of flush in, that wall to kind of give you a little bit more depth, that way as well. You could probably do like upside down stairs over in these two corners, just to give it a little bit more. But we're not going to really worry about that because it's a starter house. So let's just go ahead and make one more set of steps and do the same thing with these two real fast. Just to make it, look the same. So it's not too funky. There we go. There's that. And then we will need a whole lot more stairs to do the roof. So what a lot of people will also do is they will literally stick to maybe one or two of the same, colors, making, their, starter house slash palette. So for example, you might see someone do, cobblestone walling, oak walling slash flooring, and then an oak stair roof, and keeping it to those two colors. Some people will do kind of similar to this, the oak walls, cobble walls, oak flooring, and spruce roof to give it a third color. What we are actually going to do, I know some people may not necessarily agree with me, but birch, the color contrast with the cobble, the acacia, and the oak from inside just gives it this really nice kind of feel to it. So, as we were going out and about, I did find a whole bunch of birch wood. So let's go ahead and get at least these first two birch trees. And I will show you why I like this in a moment. So let's go ahead and just get a couple. I believe there is one more. Here's some. There it is right there. Another reason why I like birch, which I'll kind of show you a little bit later. I'd rather just... Why did I throw that? Wow. I could have sworn I did not press Q, but whatever. I guess my keyboard is silly. Anyway. So now that we have the birch, hopefully there's more. Yep, there's more around here, so we'll get those a little bit later. Right now it's getting dark again, so let's get back real fast to sleep and make it day again. One thing that I will also show you by the end of this is what I found over this way, and it is going to be a tremendous help to what my plans are for this series. Come on. There we go. I got scared for a second because I saw a little spider over in the distance, and at night, spiders, aren't too friendly. Doesn't look like he's there anymore, which is good. So, bye-bye, spider. Thank God he's gone. Man. Let's go see if any birch saplings have dropped really fast. Please, hopefully, at least one or two. That would be nice so we don't have to run all the way over there. Oh, there we go. Haha. Excellent. So there's two. Did the other birch tree drop anything? Let's see. Yep, there we go. Birch and oak saplings are the most common. So birch and oak will tend to drop the most saplings, followed by spruce. After spruce, dark oak will be the next one that drops a good amount of saplings. It's really the jungle and acacia that very rarely drop any, so you have to kind of be, hopeful, especially with, now that I only have these four, that I hopefully get another four, or six out of that, because as you can see, I only got 4 out of that one tree that we created, and acacia wood does tend to have a little bit more leaves than oak or birch, depending on the placement of it. So now that we do have these saplings, let's go ahead and replant them. Let's just do it over here. These ones are best to be planted kind of in a one space between them type format. Oak wood, you can easily put them like all in a line like this. Dark oak, you actually need 4 grouped up, so 1, 2, 3, 4 for dark oak. And then similar to acacia and jungle, they can kind of be placed like the birch ones, kind of in this like one space type format. So let's go ahead and change all of these to our birch planks and change some of them for at least for right now. Oops. There we go. Let's just do... No, I need more than that. Alright, 32 for now should be fine. Let's get our dirt so we can easily get up there. And let's make our way up. Oops. There we go. So what a lot of people will do is with, the roofs that they do, they'll kind of go out by one and form this kind of like straight up, kind of like diagonal type tree shape, which we will do. However, with these kind of pillars being right here as they are, it's a little bit harder to do that, as is. So what we also do need to do is take more of our acacia logs, raise these by one, actually. Let's make sure these are stripped. And what we'll do is connect them. What this will allow us to do is place the birch stairs kind of in that, format I was just talking about, flat against this outside rim rather than here. So what you do end up getting is kind of a nice contrast between when you're looking at the roof this way. You'll have kind of like this, beam of support right here. You won't see it along this side, which is okay, but you'll see it, as you kind of like come into the, walling. Once we get some leaves and stuff, make like a little flower bed or something right under here, it'll match well, with this outside beam. So of course we're gonna need more acacia logs, so good thing I planted those. But as you can see, a lot of people still, really don't like the birch, but I personally feel that it matches really well with the acacia and the cobble. So it kind of gives you like this lighter, dark, and then kind of a light, tone again. So it's, kind of essentially a gradient-ish type feel, but the textures and just the coloring of it makes it look really nice. A lot of people will disagree with me. That is okay. You guys do what you do, but I personally, like this way. So we'll quickly go back up and finish as much as we can of this. So we'll place that backwards, down like that. Did I do that right? Yes, I did. Just wanted to make sure. We're gonna have to eat again soon-ish. But in order to make this roof, basically all you do is jut it out by one from this side facing this way. You'll place one. Oh my god. You know what? Let me just do it this way. I'm dumb. That's one thing you guys will quickly learn about me. I am absolutely terrible at parkour, so never ask me to do something, like that in this game. So as soon as you have this upside down backwards one, place one on top. Same thing, upside down backwards one. Place it on top. Upside down backwards one. And place it on top. And you essentially just want to do that until you reach the middle, which is right here. I believe, yes. You just want to do it until you reach the middle. Most likely I'm going to have to go one more because I can't really tell based on this perspective. But you basically just keep doing this little, upside, diagonal-ish pattern. But in the meantime, until we can finish that, let's go get... see? Told you. Terrible. Let's go get this acacia. And while we are building the remainder of the roof, what we will be able to do is wait for... come on. Yep, that's what I thought. Woo! There we go. While we are building the rest of that roof, we will be able to find any saplings that drop from these. And I really, really hope that I get 4 or 6. Hopefully 6 back from it. And this will pretty much just be the rest of this episode, so we're just gonna quickly finish up this very basic starter house, and that will be it for now. Next episode will be a lot more in depth, I promise you, because unfortunately I still, need a little bit of a break, so I don't want to burden you guys with too much talking and really nothing going on, because I unfortunately really did not plan this video out as well. As you can tell with all of my rambling, I really just kind of wanted to get something out, just so you guys didn't think I was completely gone, or I didn't really care anymore, because I love this game still, and I really hope that you guys continue to watch what I'm doing, because I enjoy again playing, um, and making these videos for you guys, even though I'm not the greatest video maker. Like, I know that, and I really don't have too much of following, just yet, which really isn't the point. The point is that I can, entertain you guys and, have fun doing it, because that's what this game is supposed to be, fun and creative. So now that we got more of our logs that we need, let's go ahead and finish up our connections. Luckily, I can do this from the ground. Oh, man, because I don't want to keep... Oh, really? Already failed. Again. Oh, boy. I'm failing left and right here, man. Alright, there's that, and there's that. Strip that. Strip that. Now that I've done that correctly, we can complete this up here. Come on. There we go. Getting dark again. So let me go ahead and sleep once more. Really? Come on. There we go. Alright, so as soon as we are finished sleeping, there we go. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and finish this up. This should definitely be enough to finish this. Yeah, because it's only 7 wide, and I have 13 more. Oh, come on. I also fail at building sometimes. And there we go. So there is the outside border complete. It just looks absolutely fantastic from, a little bit further behind. The door looks like a little mini cross, but you know what? That's okay. I think it's fine. It looks fine. Because I'm more concerned about, obviously just surviving rather than what the starter house looks like, because, we're definitely not going to be keeping it. Let's go ahead and see if there's any more saplings. Oh, there's plenty. Oh, thank God. Okay. Plenty of saplings. We'll leave that to decompose still. And we shall continue working on this roof. And the reason why I put 2 doors is because this front door right here... Oh, alright, some of our birch trees have started growing already. Fantastic. So this door is going to be our front door leading into our sugarcane farm, which I kind of started. I forgot to mention that too. I started a little mini sugarcane farm. And this leads directly into the section that I had found prior. So you know what? This video is already getting kind of long. And I don't want to bore you guys anymore with building a roof, because it's very simple to do, and you guys have seen plenty of roof building videos. So rather than boring you guys with that, I'll do that off screen. Let's show you what I actually found as we were exploring. So straight back this way, what we had found was not only a whole bunch of sheep, cows, and pigs, they're somewhere over there, But, oh, hello, Mr. Zombie. We found, oh, is that a baby zombie? That's a baby zombie. We found this awesome little mini ravine. This will be fantastic to kind of start like a little ravine type, like what I would really love to do in this area is make like a little ravine trading post in a way. So it'll kind of be like a little mini, not a village, but like a little mini town down inside of here. If you guys have ever seen Grian on YouTube, he is a major YouTuber and a fantastic builder. He actually did a video on a ravine town build, which looked absolutely fantastic. So I think what I'll do is like dig this out. We also found more iron, so that's fantastic. I'm gonna dig this out and kind of do something similar to what he had done, but instead of making it more of like a town type thing, I'm gonna make it more of my like a storage, enchanting, and kind of a resource hub right in here. So that's my plan for this little ravine right here. Here's all of the animals I was talking about earlier. There's a whole bunch more out this way. And I just noticed this. There is actually a village. Sweet. I actually just noticed that. And that looks like a nice little village. So since I do have the bad omen on me, I will not go into the village so I do not cause a raid for right now. What I will do off screen is find a little bit more iron. Most likely I'll just take, the ones that we found right here. Get that iron, get myself a bucket, milk myself a cow, get some milk, get rid of this bad omen, and head into that village to see what's going on. Also, in next video, what I will be doing is taking another video I had seen in regards to a kind of like a quarry mine tutorial, and I'm going to make myself a little quarry mine, which I will show you before we actually completely finish off this episode. Back behind my original hiding hole, as you can see in 1 second, I found this little kind of pre-cut, pre-made little ditch, and it kind of flows nicely downwards, and this would be absolutely fantastic to make like a little quarry mine in. So what I'll end up doing, is clearing all of these trees up right here, clearing out these animals, terraforming all of the grass, and making the walls out into like a, stone slash cobble brick type thing. It'll look nice. Spiral staircase it all the way down to the bottom, and just make like this massive like quarry mine, which I think will help with finding a whole bunch of iron, and eventually my goal of finding diamonds, which I'll just do right here. So we'll end up going all the way down to Y level 8 and work ourselves back up to 16, and then between 8 and 16 we'll just make a major quarry area to find diamonds, iron, and stuff like that. And that about wraps up this video. I think I've made, some decent progress, even though it really wasn't much progress. Literally just mined myself out of our little hiding hole, planted some more extra trees, started a house, found more iron, so I guess that's productive, but, it's all good. And then, yeah, that is our goal for next video. So sorry for all of the rambling. Sorry I wasn't really prepared for this one. Like I said, I've had a few things going on. I just wanted to get this out to you guys so it doesn't seem like I was, I didn't really care anymore, because I definitely do. And I will get back to a regular posting schedule. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this rambling video. Please like it. Please subscribe. I would highly appreciate any support you can give me. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.